Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. The Rams will boot it away to start the game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Broncos offense will have the football first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over.
Racing to the right. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Boise State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Rams offense will get the ball for the first time. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter. That's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, 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 but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
They thought they had a good place to start for this offense. And they can't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Thomas back to pass. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Still running at the 40. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Rams, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Plucks it out of the air. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He's got it, first down and more. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. Third and goal. He's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. This is a really big play for both teams. Fourth and goal from the 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, fourth and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on fourth down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pride's the back on the option, the give. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good, balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Thomas looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Here's a return from midfield. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Warren. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Madsen. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read, read the guy if he wants to drop back a little bit.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
14, Boise State, 7.
Bringing it out. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely...
There he goes! They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Madsen. Fires complete on the crosser. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to unleashes one deep. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so, they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over Missouri. We'll keep an eye on things until the final quarter in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Thomas back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Kloffenstein. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Broncos had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Thomas looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Looking to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to throw on third down. Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. On the run, it's Ball. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Rams can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's Madsen. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Rams come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because like major...
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Colorado State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Wilkerson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Sutton. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Lofts one high and deep. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass, it's Madsen. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle, it's Warren. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're looking to throw on second and short. Picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Running into the open space. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Broncos decide to punt it away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch right at the 50. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Rams in a good spot here with second and short. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter. Just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Thomas back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He'll pull it down. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Got his man. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Rams will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Caught over the middle. It's Pride. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Thomas looking to fire. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, well short of the marker, and they'll have to give up the ball. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Rams! And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent team.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Yeah, and there's nothing harder on a defense than when you run play action and you suck me up a few steps. And you got tight ends like this, Palmer, that can run down the field, be a big target, and make big plays behind those linebackers.
Man, they're changing the position now, too, I think, David. There are more and more athletic guys playing the tight end position today in college football that can run down the field vertically and make plays like that. These aren't just blockers.
Turning it on! He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Corners are going to bail. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He lets one fly deep. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. And the extra point was good, but that only impacts the final margin. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great